Hey everybody, welcome to this week's update. This week's update's got a lot of information pertaining to Love Loud, so you'll definitely want to tune in and check out, see what's going on. But before we get to that, this Wednesday night, we will continue our study in the book of Hebrews. And so if your child is not engaged on a Wednesday night, this is, like I've said 1.5 million times, this is a great opportunity for them to get plugged in. Jensen's going to be doing the worship, I'll be doing the teaching, so it's just going to be a phenomenal time for us to be in the Word together. Now, with that being said, next Wednesday, because of Love Loud going on, we will not have youth at Coral Hill on that Wednesday night. And actually, we are encouraging all students, and we'll be making this announcement Wednesday, we're encouraging all students to be a part of the worship experience, the worship time at Emmanuel on Wednesday night, starting at 6 o'clock that evening. Next Wednesday. So this Wednesday we're on regular schedule. Next Wednesday we will not have youth at Coral Hill, but it will be taking place at Emmanuel, starting at around 6. So that's just kind of a couple of things pertaining to Wednesday night worship. This Sunday morning we're continuing in the book of Nehemiah, and we're going to be in Nehemiah chapter 4. So go ahead and read ahead. And just to kind of a note on that, the beauty of us as adults and students being able to go through the same book together is it creates natural conversations for you and your kids. And so I would encourage you, while you're at the dinner table, while you're sitting in the living room, when you're just kind of catching up from the day, just to not necessarily ask them, theologically based questions about Nehemiah chapter 4, but maybe a question that you have in your spirit about the passage and you ask them. So let me just continue to encourage you guys to have those conversations with them about the passage. Maybe even simple questions like, have you read it yet? What do you like about it? What are maybe some things you understand that you don't understand? Maybe if there's something in the passage that they don't like necessarily. And so just continue to encourage you guys to have those good conversations, biblical conversations with your kids. And so that's kind of what's going on over the next couple of days. Now, I want to take a moment just to kind of focus on Love Loud, because it does involve such a high percentage amount of our students. And so Love Loud begins this Sunday. The work itself doesn't begin until Monday, but Sunday night we will have a special kind of kickoff service. Check-in for Love Loud will begin at 5, and that window will be between 5 and 6 o'clock at Emmanuel. And they'll check in, they'll get all the information that they need, they'll get their team assignments, they'll get their shirts, their bracelets, the whole 9 yards. And then we will have kind of our kickoff worship service at 6. And it'll go from 6 to around 7:45, and then from 7:45 to 8, we will have a time where they will gather with their team leader. Their team leader will tell them what their project is for that next day, what they need to bring, what they need to wear, what they need to prepare themselves for, so that when they get there the next morning, they're not caught off guard. And so that's kind of Sunday evening. Now, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are all their full days for us. What you'll do is you'll make sure your child gets to Emmanuel Baptist at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then you can pick them up at 8 o'clock at night. Because once you drop them off, we'll take over from there. We'll make sure they get to and from their work sites. We'll make sure that they're fed, that they're taken care of. And so literally all you have to do is make sure they're there before or right at 8 o'clock, and then that you pick them up at 8 o'clock. And like we've said in the last couple of meetings, or the last couple of video updates, everything is taking place at Emmanuel this year. We're not doing it at Barron like we did last year. So those are just a couple of Love Loud logistical questions. Please feel free. If you have a question, contact me, contact Jordan, contact RJ. We'd be more than happy to help answer any and all of your questions that you may have. Now, one of the things about Love Loud this year that we've never done, we have built an app for Love Loud itself for this 4-day event. It's a really neat tool that allows our students to have access to their team leader information. It gives them access to being able to contact counselors, contact coordinators directly. They can also see all the photos and videos that are being uploaded. Just a lot of features that gives them, it helps cut down on the amount of trees that we're using, but also it kind of connects students in a way that we've never done before. So if your child has or is participating in Love Loud and has a smartphone, then we would highly encourage they download it. Now, It's not something that they absolutely have to be able to do Love Loud, but we do encourage that they download it so that we can, because what we plan to do is actually send out notifications to them each and every day throughout the day. And so we want to be able to, if they have that feature, that opportunity, we want them to be able to take advantage of it. But we leave that up to you to decide as parents. So check it out. Tell us what you think. And if you got any questions about it, contact me. I'd be happy to answer any and all questions that you may have. So that's really what's going on over the next week. Summer's kind of kicking up. We're obviously, getting geared up for Love Loud, but then, the summer's just busy. There's a lot of things that are going on. So you're going to definitely want to stay tuned in to these weekly updates to get a feel for what's going on week to week here at the student ministry at Coral Hill. Well, I'm grateful for you guys. I'm really grateful for the parent forum we had last week. Felt like it was really profitable. Really enjoyed what Pastor Ray had to share. We'll be getting information about the next one coming up soon. And until then, I hope you guys have a great week in the Lord. God bless.